Hey, sorry I've been gone for a long time. I promised to answer somebody's question on left hand injury and how to recover from continue playing after left hand injury. And well, there are so many types of left hand injuries, and there are so many types of people. I can't possibly cover every specific thing, and honestly, I don't know about a lot of them. But I do, in a short 3-minute video, I can show some basics, some things that I found over the years by researching on what other people have run into, the problems other people have run into, what I've run into. So I hope this helps. Um, One of the best etudes, so to speak, to help get your hands into a good positioning or so would be Kreutzer number 19. I'll show you that in just a little bit. But before that, important thing is the actual setup and holding. So some basic things, sorry, it's really hot here. Some basic things are that if you can hold your violin, go in front of a mirror and see that when you go up to the top position, your upper arm here should not cross over your ribs. A lot of people make this mistake. They hold the violin too far forward or too low, and when they go to the upper position, they end up with the arm crossing across the ribs. Okay? If you're holding it correctly for yourself and you go to the top position, okay, you should not be crossing over your ribs. Okay, this is already coming kind of close, honestly speaking, but I'm trying to fit into the camera frame here. Um, there we go. So that's about as far as I go. Okay, when I'm actually playing and I fully support my core up here, this is as high as I go. I don't go any closer to my ribs. Okay, so again, if you're closing like this and you're pinching your shoulder up like this because you're crossing your upper arm over, you could be looking at more injuries in your shoulder. Okay, and that will lead a lot of times to some problems in the hand as well. I've seen that happen. Okay, injuries in the left hand, normally we see things here all the way through here. Some people have it in the elbow. There are all sorts of different things that happen depending on how you injured it. I've seen people talking about how do they twist the hand and such for the violin. Well, honestly, if it's at the right angle out here, it's a normal hand position. You shouldn't be twisting extra. Okay, if you are, perhaps the violin positioning, the angle is incorrect for your body type, and you have to experiment with it until your hand will naturally have the positioning correctly once you put the violin up. When my frame is up, I'm standing up, supported, my violin is resting on top of my my head, and my violin weight is resting on top of my spine. You can see my hand just naturally goes up onto the strings. Nothing to it, okay? So that's the one basic thing. Now, as far as Kreutzer number 19, I'm not going to show you the bow stuff. I'm going to show you the left hand stuff. There are some good bow things there, okay? But basically, one thing you want to think of is imagine your finger weighs just a heavy amount of weight, okay? And you're holding it up, something's mysteriously holding up, and then it lets go, and your finger just drops. So you're not going to use any pressure, you're not going to use any strength to crunch the finger down. You're just going to let it fall naturally, okay? Now, number 19 is a trill, it's a trill etude, okay? So what you want to do is the first finger that you put down, your third finger, you already don't want to crunch it down all the way. You should have some space when you put it down, okay? I'm just trying to let you see that angle, that there's space underneath the finger, okay? That's how hard I'm stopping the string. I'm not pressing it all the way down. There. Okay, so now for the trill. Okay, now you have a 16th note to a shift. If you're doing it right, okay, during the trill, prepare the elbow for the shift. So the elbow's prepared. Okay, then when it's prepared, lightly touch the second finger and release to the shift. You release, when you prepare your elbow like this, there's a little bit of tension in the arm. Okay, hit that second finger, release. A shift should always be a release of tension. It should be a release, a relieving feeling to arrive at the next position. So start, prepare the elbow, touch the second finger. Okay, from the other angle. Okay, here. Touch. Okay, and prepare the elbow, touch. Okay, so when you do it at full speed, or if you just do it fluently, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the way you know if you had it right is your violin doesn't jump or anything like that when you shift. I see a lot of people, okay, like this, that's gonna hurt you. 1, 2, prepare, so 1, prepare, touch. Okay, now I'm not trying to play this really well, I'm trying to show you this shift. Okay, so this basic approach on the left hand to this etude will help to start setting you up for a proper hand shape for yourself, for your own hand shape on the violin. Everybody's going to have a different hand shape. Some people, you know, the knuckles look different because their fingers are shorter or longer, you know, how long the pinky is in relation to the ring finger and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is a basic guide, and I hope it helps those that have sent those questions about how do you get back into violin after you suffered a really, really horrific left arm injury. Okay, cheers.